It was fruit. Are you tasty? Are you tasty? Ever serious? Are you tasty? You're a jealous man. I can hide all my jealousy. Even if I wasn't jealous, my jealousy is.
You know, it's very important. Even no matter how successful you are, as a woman, you have to mind.
I want one fly answers. Please, now you just decide.
Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Fun Pop with Lillian. How are you all doing? And this is me bringing you all the midnight vibe. So while you all slept, Alex and New had a very crucial discussion. Alex told New that why she has been avoiding having a regular conversation with him is not to be tagged in a triangle with Tolani Badge, that she's already tagged in a triangle with that of Ceec and Pere, and for any time he wants to have a conversation with New, she notices that New is with Tolani Badge, so that it will appear in a certain way if she just come and say, oh New, can I have a discussion with you and all that. Although Neo doesn't agree with that. Neo told her that he just feel you have your own people in the house who you are very comfortable with, And while Alex was trying to deny that, Neo started mentioning names. Oh, you have Shay, you have Fraud, you have your tribe and all that. That yesterday he decided to even ponder about everything that have been happening in this house, and he just noticed that he's such a lonely person in the house, that every other person have who they talk to once in a while, but him, it's a different case, that even his own sister haven't spoken to him in 8 days. And then you said, talking about triangle, there will always be a narrative. If you decided to spend more time with Fraud, there will still be a narrative of you and Fraud. Whoever you're spending much time with, there will always be a narrative. So if you start, to start wondering what's going out there, what would people say, you might end up not even doing much in this house. Just then, Alex asked you, are you having a problem with Tolani Badge? And you said the last time he checked, he is not having a problem with Tolani Badge, but Tolani seems to have a problem with him for talking with Ilebaye. And while both of them laughed over it, New then chipped in that this whole thing between you and Ceec, can I really know the genesis? And Alex then said that Ceec is fighting her because of Toby. And you said, but Toby is married, and Alex confirmed saying yes, that she's fighting her over a married man. But the thing is this, that before now, the Alex of before would have gone to Ceec to say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm this, that she was always the one apologizing, but this time around, she said no, that when people wrong her, they should come and apologize, and not her making the first move. Anyways, from there, they started discussing about mixing up in the house, and Alex advised Neil to try and mix up with every other person. And Neil said yes, that this time around, he wants to play the game. He wants to even form alliances to get people to be on his own side just in case. And then speaking of alliances, Alex added, do you notice no one called me? No one gave me a badge during the Aquafina task. And you asked, were you sad about it? And she said no, she wasn't sad, but she noticed that a lot of people became very strategic with that Aquafina task by trying to create a very strategic alliances. On the other hand, upstairs, the BFF prepared rice and they were just enjoying themselves. Even Mercy added that, oh, she really wants to, add up before leaving the upstairs. And while at that, Angel and Mercy decided to discuss after the show what they'll be going into. And Mercy mentioned how, she would want Syrup drink to bring a endorsement deal.
Just relax because Alex will eventually say sorry, whether she's wrong or not.
And Angel mentioned how unfortunately no alcoholic company would sign her because of her age. That even previously after her season, a drink company approached her, but then her age became a barrier. That for any alcoholic company, they always prefer 25 years and above. Meanwhile, they went ahead to ponder on what Big Brother looks like, and they said for Big Brother to have such a voice, he would definitely be a very fat or chubby person. Ike haven't mentioned during his task how he spent some time in the prison. Doyin decided to even find out more on what led to him going to prison. And Doyin asked him about his friends he mentioned that died, what really happened. And Ike went ahead to narrate that they went into a wrong business deal and they took them off. That it's such a thug life where he lives. And then Doyi went ahead to ask how long the duration you spent in the prison. And I guess Ike didn't want to answer that, and he said, he was just in and out, depending. And Doyin kept asking, like, oh, Doyin even said she doesn't mind, she can marry somebody that have been to prison, and asked Ike what life have been like after then. Doyin even mentioned on how she liked watching movies regarding jail life and all that, and Ike said no, for him he can't even watch such movies that because of PTSD, that it gets him in a certain way. Ike even mentioned how he couldn't finish his task because he was avoiding, tearing up at the stage, that he was just holding himself not to, mess up everything with tears. But yet, Doyin kept asking, and I'm like, baby girl is okay now. Do you even want him to start crying again? Why do you even want to know? What do you want carry this information do now? But she was still asking, oh, those your friends, this, that. I said, Haba. While this was happening, Ceec and Cross in the garden had a very vital discussion regarding relationship and marriage. And Cross mentioned how it's even difficult to share some of his relationship experience with his mom, being that his mom is a pastor, that the mom is always, preaching to him, repent, repent, dropping messages on the WhatsApp group. And Sissy, on her own part, said she shares everything with her father, but then her father is always reminding her how age is no longer on her side, that she needs to settle down as quick as possible. And she says for every time her dad mentions that, she will be like, does this man think she doesn't want to settle down? That the thing is that it's such a difficult thing to do, being that she wants a certain criteria of husband, that she wants an organized person, she wants somebody that will care and all that. That she knows during her father's time it wasn't this difficult, so her father can't relate with her experience. Sissy even went ahead to advise Cross on the kind of woman he should try to get married to. Meanwhile, Soma started telling Doyin that he's hungry, but then he doesn't want to eat food, that he's craving to eat a part of the human body. And at that, he was asking Fraud, demanding that Angel comes downstairs. And Fraud was like, can't you just free her for a night? I think you'll be needing her more tomorrow. Tomorrow being pool party. Why don't you just allow her spend the time upstairs? And tomorrow being pool party, you can spend all the time you want with her downstairs.
Leave her for us for one day now, Soma. Did you have a defense day? What the problem?
After that, Ilebaye just told Alex that she wants to spend the night in her bed. She wants to sleep over at her bed. And then Alex tried to know what's going on. And she said the energy in her room is not just giving. So she wants to spend the night with Alex. But then Pere tried to know what's happening. If she's having any problem with Cross. And then Pere tried to, convince Cross for Ilebaye to spend the night with him. And Cross was like, no. And Ilebaye even added that, oh, Cross is angry and all that. And Alex kept asking, what is that? What's the problem? Meanwhile, Cross is more determined on winning the Lush 3 million naira challenge. He said, oh, from now moving forward, he'll be going to bed in the Lush sleeping robe so as to know if he will win the 3 million naira challenge by Lush. Meanwhile, Pere tried convincing Cross to take Ilebaye that you never can tell, something like Bam Bam and TDA might happen at the end of their season. and they all laughed about it. Meanwhile, Angel later came downstairs for her boo-boo Soma, and Soma was like, "What took you all that time?" And while Angel explained that she was taking her shower, and later on went ahead to ask Soma, "Do you really want me downstairs or should I just go upstairs?" And Soma was like, "What is it with the altitude?" And then she was like, "Because you're also giving me same attitude. You're giving me, oh, you can go upstairs attitude." And they were just trying to bond and all that. And when someone asked, "What's this mark on your chest?" and Angel pointed on how Fraud tried to, pierce a pimple on her chest. And someone was like, what's happening? That it was same Fraud that said, "Oh, allow her to stay upstairs." He was like jokingly like, "Oh, what's going on between you and Fraud?" And they were just laughing about the whole scenario. And after that, the both of them went to bed. Anyways, that's all on our midnight vibe as the rest of the housemates has gone to bed. So I will see you in my next video. If you enjoyed listening to this, please do well to give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Cross. Cross. If don't be answering the